That's great, Issa. You got your waiver approval, so it looks like we'll be working on. You gonna start on that thing?
Yes.
Okay. Look, we're live on YouTube also. YouTube. So if you guys are on YouTube, we're up live on both of them. We've been on TikTok here for a minute, but now we're on both. Let's see if we don't just move this like so and do it like this. There we go. Now I can like face the same way on both of these. Process for a U.S. citizen sibling, petitioning for a sibling, we're talking 15 to 20 years. It's possible, but it takes a very long time. So just keep that in mind. I mean, everybody, your relationship to your petitioner changes how things work and how long things are going to take. The immediate visa relatives, obviously, is like U.S. citizen spouse, U.S. citizen child petitioning for their parents. Those are the fastest. When you get outside of those, it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay. Looks like we have a couple of clients that are on here. Giuliani, good to see you. Glad to always see our clients on here. But if you're not, obviously reach out to us. If you need a consultation, we're here. If not, just, follow us. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on YouTube. We're here for it. YouTube, we're just starting to build out. But if you guys are on YouTube, find us at Attorney Andrew Thomas. We're there. All right. What are we at? We're at 7,000 likes. We can get this to 10,000 pretty quick, I think. That took a little doing. I think the issue with YouTube is my computer. That's the thing. So we'll get IT on that. We'll get it fixed. We'll definitely get it fixed. But for now, this is essentially a TikTok live that we're just trying to make it work on YouTube today, because YouTube, we've already missed the majority of this one. But we'll keep going. Okay. Do you have to renew a work permit, or will they send an auto from VAWA and adjustment? You have to renew them. Okay. They don't automatically renew anything. So they are requesting an RFE for everyone. Why is that? They're not requesting an RFE for everyone. I don't know where you heard that. Now they're starting to give more RFEs, which are requests for evidence, where they're asking for more information and things like that. But it's not across the board. So that's not true. Yes, thank you so much. There's our YouTube channel. It was just pinged out. You guys want to go to YouTube? We'd appreciate it. Subscribe. Is it called subscribing on YouTube? There you go. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to be posting. We've recorded a couple of shows. We're going to be editing and posting those. Should be very interesting. Covering these topics, covering some other topics. I think you'll like it. We have some good guests that we're going to have on, where I'll be talking to people that are in our orbit, some interesting guests and things like that. Is it safe to go out with advanced parole while having DACA? Yes. If you have approved advanced parole, don't be afraid. And yes, we help with it, because I see another question there. Yes, we help with advanced parole. And someone was asking for a consultation. The number's in our bio right there. You guys can call it 833-733-7878. Just call the number in the TikTok bio and, set up your consultation. Is that stuff?
YouTube comment.
Oh, cool. Sorry, trying to get done. All right, here's a YouTube comment, Eddie. I'm a citizen. Can I apply for my parents if they're already here? I heard they need a waiver, but there isn't one from kid to parent with an illegal entry. Thank you. You kind of summed it up right there, Eddie. That's true. That's something we address on one of the first shows we're going to be putting here on YouTube. You are a petitioner for your parents if you're 21 years or older U.S. citizen. But if your parents came with an illegal entry and they don't have a visa, they don't have parole in place, they don't have anything like that, then that's the problem. They need a waiver, because right now they'll have a 10-year immigration bar without the waiver, and you can't help them with the waiver. You're not a qualifying relative for it. So you did hear that correctly. And so you can't help them from start to finish to get that residency. I mean, I talk to a lot of people every week, and this is the question. Their children will be turning 21, and they're hopeful that now they can do something to become a resident, but not always the case unless they can prove that legal entry or parole in place or something to that effect. All right. Another question on YouTube from Carla. I'm a U.S. citizen and married for 10 years. Husband has no criminal record. Could I adjust his status? Okay. So you can adjust his status. That's a term of art here in the immigration world. You can adjust the status to a resident if he entered with a visa or has parole in place. If he did not, you can still get him residency, but it's going to be a different path. He's going to have to go through a multi-step process, including the filing of a waiver for entering without a visa. Okay, so you're going to have to petition for him, get an approval, do that waiver, hopefully get an approval, and then he's going to have to do what's called consular processing, where ultimately he would have to return to El Salvador for an interview. All right, fixing something there on the screen. Hope that makes sense. Thanks for the likes on here on TikTok. We always appreciate that. And again, if you guys are on YouTube, find us at Attorney Andrew Thomas. And yes, we do phone consultations. You can set them up. You can either go to attlaw.com or you can call us 833-733-7878. And we work with people all over the United States. Okay. Not only do we have multiple offices, but we have a team of attorneys. We work with people all over the United States. So feel free to reach out to us, call us. And, we're there. We're there to help. There to help you guys. So when you need help, reach out to us. Yes, we are in Houston. Reach out to us if you need an appointment. Again, you can do it through attlaw.com, our website. Find more information about me or our attorneys, or you can call the number and schedule a consultation. Be happy to talk to you guys. We're here to help. We've obviously gotten a lot more appointments recently, just, based on the new president, new administration, things like that. But we do have the capacity to help. So reach out to us. Hernan Cortez, nice name. They're on YouTube. How long does it take for my work permit after an I-360 SIJS? So, again, provided that you filed for it, right? The I-765, then it's relatively quick. You're talking, 2-3 months. Should be able to get it. All work permits are different, and they all take a different amount of time depending on how you're filing it, whether that's through an asylum, through the adjustment of status, through whatever, and they all have different processing times. So just keep that in mind as well. Starting to get some YouTube comments, questions here. Okay, I have another one here from Anuria on YouTube. Again, at Attorney Andrew Thomas. Find me over there on YouTube and subscribe. Okay, I had a U visa. I got a notary to submit documents. She said I needed to send my application for residency, but I needed to send adjustment of status first, then my residency card after. Can we reopen U visa? It's kind of a little bit hard for me to follow your question there. But in general, when we talk about the U visa, okay, you obviously have to file for the U visa. Going through the U visa process can take 7 to 10 years just based on backlogs. Once you're approved for your U visa, okay, you have to wait for 3 years before you can then file your adjustment of status. So I'm not sure what you filed. I think you're saying a notary. A side note, don't use notaries, please, to file anything, because this typically happens. They file the wrong thing and they can severely prejudice your case. So I don't know what this notario filed or did not file, but be very careful. Nuria, maybe we're able to help you. I'm not sure. I would have to see your documents, your receipt numbers, and things like that. But feel free to reach out to us for a consultation, okay? Feel free to reach out. 833-733-7878. Reach out to us. We'll be happy to talk to you on it. Do a consultation. That's what it's all about. Okay. Can you talk more about asylum? Please, I'm scared to do it. Look, we handle a lot of cases where people are in immigration court or they are looking to file an asylum. They're looking to get into the system that way. There's a difference between defensive asylum and affirmative asylums, whether you're filing that in immigration court or you're outside of court and you're looking to assert your rights under the asylum process. It's different for everybody, and it does carry some risks. We're going to talk about this in length again about one of our first shows we're going to post on YouTube. Pretty extended conversation between me and our senior attorney here about the asylum process. And I think that it'll be valuable information for you guys out there, whether you're in immigration court or you're going through an asylum process. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and look for that episode. And someone's asking if we've ever won an asylum. Of course, absolutely. Look, we've done hundreds, thousands of immigration court cases, and we've won a lot of them. A lot of them involve asylum cases, of course. You can scroll through even our Facebook feed and find those. Sylvia, thank you very much. Got a cowboy hat there. Always cool to see. If you guys don't mind liking our TikTok here, subscribing, following, wherever you may be, whether that's YouTube or TikTok. Happy to have you on here. Thanks, guys. Do a couple more of these. What do we need to have ready for the consultation? We always encourage people to, if you're in immigration court, bring whatever documents you have. At a minimum, know your A number. If you're not in immigration court and you're just looking to start a process, sometimes you don't need to bring anything, just your knowledge. But it's really important that if you are the one going through the process, then you are the one that comes to the consultation. It's frustrating sometimes when a family member comes and they're trying to answer questions on behalf of somebody else, and we inevitably can't get through the whole consultation. Okay. So it's really important that the actual either petitioner or beneficiary is there in the consult, preferably both. Okay. My nephew here's a YouTube question. My nephew is a Canadian citizen, have a USA visitor visa. Can he apply for a work visa? Yes, he can, but typically those have to be done outside the country. Once you enter on a visitor's visa, you typically cannot then change the terms of a non-immigrant visa from visitor to all of a sudden work. Okay, hope that makes sense. All right. Here's another YouTube question. Rosa Ramirez. Hello, husband is a permanent resident. Can we leave the States and do a re-entry in 2 years? He risks losing his permanent residency if he stays outside the country for 2 years, because one of the requirements of being a permanent resident is that he resides in the United States. When someone stays outside the country for an extended period of time, like more than 6 months, then they could consider his residency as being changed. So be careful. So I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to or what, but it sounds like you want to actually move to another country for a couple of years, and that could violate the terms. He could lose his residency. So when he tries to renew it, he's going to have difficulty, and it might be impossible for him to do so. So be careful. I wouldn't recommend doing that if keeping the residency is important to you. Okay. Hope that makes sense. We'll answer a few more of these. I got still quite a few people on TikTok here answering. If you guys don't mind liking the live, following us if you haven't already done so. All right. Our consultations are both in person, Nuria, YouTube, both in person and over the phone, depending on where you are. Okay. If you're near one of our offices, we encourage you to come to our office. Let us talk to you. If you're not, no problem. We do phone and virtual consults. We'll talk to you there. All right. Okay. DACA. Yeah. So DACA, look, DACA is still under an injunction. So it was overruled in the courts. We know that. It's on appeal. The courts got this legal fiction created where they sort of punted, where they say DACA is not allowed, but we're going to still allow current DACA holders to renew while the court process plays out. So ultimately, the United States Supreme Court is probably going to weigh in on this and give us our ultimate answer. I don't expect that's going to be till next fall at the earliest. But for now, if you have DACA, continue to renew it. And there we go. And yes, and Myra, yes, we do help renew people's DACA. If you need help with that, obviously reach out to us. Okay. You got it. No worries. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Always appreciate it. I'll throw this out there again. Find us on YouTube at Attorney Andrew Thomas. We're going to post different content than we do here on TikTok. We'll do a little bit longer form stuff. We're going to have a show coming out. We have a couple of them already recorded. I think it'll provide a lot of valuable information where we do answer a lot of your questions. But I also have some interesting guests that are gonna get on here. Obviously, in my world, I know quite a bit of people in different industries here in the legal industry as well, and we're going to be talking to them. So find us over there at Attorney Andrew Thomas. We're basically just starting this channel. I mean, we've had it for a while. We've never really done anything with it. We're going to build it out just because it allows for a little bit longer form stuff. I think it's going to be interesting. I think you'll find it valuable, at least worth your time there. I'll answer this one. Kiri, I have DACA and a removal order from 2005. I was 8 years old. I have an approved AP. What do you advise? So look, the removal order is still in place, obviously, even if you got it at 8 years old or however. Now, you can do some things to possibly get that removal order rescinded or set aside. I think that you want to look into that. I think it's really important that you do so. But having DACA, they're not going to be executing that removal order. So, I mean, you do have the deferred action that gets you essentially what's called a stay. So you don't have to worry about them executing on that removal order. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go from here. Thanks for everybody for joining us. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Follow us on TikTok if you haven't already done so. Find us at YouTube at Attorney Andrew Thomas. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you guys. Let's talk soon. See ya. Later.